for what happened to Santana.
But I gotta get her out of this mess.
I understand that, but you've got to also think of yourself.
I can't talk about that now.
I love you.
I love you too.
But if you want me to walk out of here, I will. It's up to you.
Sure like champagne.
I think being a Capwell spoiled me for life.
You weren't one long enough.
Well, I spoil quickly.
You know, Gina, you were born to be great. You know, the rest of us just had to fake our way there. But
I wasn't born great, sweetheart. I just married well. And I'll marry well again.
to whom this time?
The same sucker. C.C. Capwell. It worked once, it might as well work the second time.
Do I turn you on? You turn me on.
Look, I enjoy sex a lot, but I do have my future to think about. And that of my son.
Oh, C.C. dumped you. I don't expect to get back inside the house.
Don't worry, I've got something that'll make him sit up and take notice.
Well, Brandon? Brandon? He's got Brandon. He doesn't need me.
Yes, he does need me.
So do I. Come on. Let's not think about the future. Let's think about the next half an hour.
Look, all I have to do is sit back and play my ace. I'll blow the competition right out of the water. After all, there is only one Mrs. C.C. Capwell, and that's me. I think I'll redecorate the house.
Do you like this?
Oh, Eden's fine with lobbies and restaurants, but she doesn't know how to decorate a home. I love that word home. I'm coming home.
Oh, yes, come home. Come home.
And the wonderful part about it is there isn't an idiot in the world that can mess it up for me. I'm as good as signed, sealed, and delivered.
I just woke up from a nightmare.
It's not over yet, Dave. We gotta get the Macintosh if we're gonna nail Rollins.
Yeah, and we will.
You see that mountain park behind us disguised as a human being? He told me that he would give us a lift as soon as he finished his dinner. I figure we get out of here by dawn.
And nothing's gonna stop us, Pearl.
You are really riding high, you know?
That's right, and even without Rollins' pills, I am.
Yeah. I know it. You were something else, you know that? Sensational.
Yeah, I
You really
can't
pulled
believe
yourself
what?
together.
Look how much I remembered. I mean, Dylan's threats, and the jealousies, and even Nick. I mean, he was just as hurt by Dylan as I was.
Yeah, he was.
And I finally feel whole again, Pearl. And I know a lot of the memories were horrifying, but I'm so glad I remembered them. And I know I can deal with the past now. I know it, and I know I can look to the future. I can't wait to get home.
Okay, but first we gotta get the Macintosh, and then we get home.
What's the matter? Are you thinking about Macintosh and what we're going to find out there?
That and the fact that I gotta take you back to Santa Barbara.
Well, why that?
Well, Kelly, you see, you're not just going back to good things. You gotta face a murder rap, and now that you got it pulled together, you might have to stand trial.
I'm not asking for anything. I just want to help you.
I have to go to the hospital and see her tonight.
Do you think that's wise? She didn't want you there.
She didn't know what she was saying. She's been in shock since the hearing.
Or maybe she just finally realized the truth. Cruz, you've been the best husband you could be. It wasn't enough.
You hit it. That is the truth. I failed her.
No, that's not what I meant. You didn't fail. You did everything you could.
Except love her, Eden, and that's all she really needed.
You tried. I know you did.
I never made her happy. I never stopped thinking about you.
Well, then maybe you have to admit that to her. She knows that anyway.
she's known that we were lovers, that we were going to be married, that you bought this house for me, we should have been together all this time.
As God is my witness, I know that. But I can't abandon her when she's in trouble.
Cruz, it's over. She doesn't want you in her life anymore.
Eden, I know what she said, but I can't walk away from her right now. Do you understand?
I'm trying.
Hey, Eden.
I'm trying.
Getting dressed so fast. What's the rush?
I want to see Brandon before he goes to bed.
Ah, mother's love.
Don't knock it. I've seen worse kinds of love before. Besides, I want to talk to him about Santana before somebody else does.
I mean, your version.
I mean the truth before somebody distorts it.
Right.
I'm serious.
Well, nobody's going to get him tonight. It's too late. Why don't you stick around?
I'll tell you what. If you're a good boy, maybe I'll come back.
I thought I was a good boy.
Well, pretty good.
I thought you said I was a 10. You laugh? You laugh? You laugh?
Well, you'd be smiling, too, if you were about to make all your dreams come true.
Oh, you're never going to get back in that house and Cece's wife. Come on.
You want to make a bet? He'll be begging me to put on his wedding ring. And I think I'm going to hold out for something big and brilliant. Something that'll make Sophia's ring look like a speck of dust.
Anybody ever tell you you're not a nice person?
All the time. So, how do I look?
Like a gold lame tigress crouched to kill.
Watch out, or the tigress will scratch your face.
Would you do that for me?
Oh, I'd love to.
My friend.
Why don't you leave the door unlatched and I'll crouch on back in here.
I suppose something to look forward to.
Maybe we can improve on last time.
Improve on that?
Well, you know, practice makes perfect.
Dr. Sackett, report to ICU. Dr. Sackett, please report to ICU. Dr. Scott, dial 3442. Dr. Scott.
¿Cómo estás, Rosa?
¿Qué haces aquí, Cruz?
Quiero visitar Santana. ¿Qué piensas?
Santana is resting. She doesn't want to see you. You know that.
Rosa, I'm not going to leave her alone.
No, it wouldn't be right, would it? And Inspector Castillo always does the right thing, no matter what people want.
How is she? You know, you might as well look at me. I'm not going to go away.
You heard her. She doesn't want to talk to
and
you.
it doesn't change the fact that I am her husband.
You were never a real husband to Santana. A husband loves his wife. You never loved Santana.
I don't believe I'm hearing this. You don't think I did my best? You don't think that when she needed somebody, I was there for her?
All right. She has Brandon now. Y muchas gracias, Cruz. Now leave her alone.
Don't you understand? She's going on trial. She might go to prison. I can't walk away now and leave her in the middle of this.
I understand that you can't help her. It's your fault she's come to this.
Excuse me, I'm going to see my wife.
How are you going to help her, Cruz? Espera, hijo. I know you're hurting, but so is she. It's killing her. And I can't forgive you.
I'm sorry. Santana, we have to talk. Darling, I'm worried about you. I know you didn't mean what you said before. Look at me, will you?
I meant what I said.
We shouldn't leave it like this.
Cruz, I can't make everything all nice and neat for you.
Isn't right. We're married.
People change things like that every day. It's called divorce. I want a divorce.
This isn't the time to talk about...
Will you go? Go on. You don't need my permission to go to Eden now. Do you want me to say that it's all right, that I forgive you for everything? Is that why you came, so that you could go to your lover with a free conscience? That's why you really came, isn't it? Answer me, it is, isn't it?
I just want to talk about us.
There is no more us. It's only you and Eden now. Now, I don't care anymore. You could move her into our house tonight for all I care. I changed the sheets.
Oh, Santana,
You
for
know,
God's sake.
who would ever believe that you practically begged me to marry you? Santana, it is going to be so good for us. We'll give Brandon a home. It's the way you made me feel about myself. I was never good enough, was I? I was never pretty enough. I was never rich enough. Or spoiled enough. I was never Eden. I only care about Brandon now. I just don't want to hurt him when I go to prison.
That's not going to happen.
Yes, it is. Of course it's going to happen. What'll happen to Brandon?
If it ever were to happen, I will take care of...
Oh, no. You stay away from him. I didn't fight all of these years for custody of Brandon so you could raise him with Eden.
You know, believe it or not, I care about Brandon, too.
There is only room in your heart for Eden, for no one else. Now, I don't want Brandon to grow up to be second best, too.
What does that mean?
Cruz, one of these days, you and Eden are going to have a child. Now, Brandon won't be good enough then. He'll just be another burden, a bad memory. And I don't want Gina to get him either. Oh, God, I don't want Gina.
Gina is not going to get anywhere near Brandon.
I am sent away. I want my mama to take care of him. I don't want you and Eden, and I don't want Gina to take care of him.
Listen to me. You are not going to jail. We're going to fight this together, you and I, and we will get through it somehow.
Oh, come on, Cruz. Will you just quit it? I'd be better off if I was dead. Or short of that, I'd be better off. You'd be better off if I was sent to prison and out of your way. Now, why don't you just admit it? It's the truth, isn't it?
This was a mistake. Why don't you try to get some rest, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Don't you understand? I don't want to see you anymore. Not tomorrow, and not the next day.
Don't you
not
understand?
Ever.
I'm not listening to you now because you don't know what you're saying.
No, I know what I'm saying. I mean what I'm saying. Now, I want you to leave me and my son alone. We both have had enough empty promises to last us a lifetime.
Yes, thank you very much. Sweetheart, are you all right?
I'm fine, Daddy.
I just now heard what happened in court. Santana will be tried.
I feel very badly for her, Daddy.
I feel badly for Rosa. I can't believe that Santana would deliberately try to run you down.
Maybe she didn't. I don't think she did. I think it was an accident.
Well, even if it was, she left you lying in the street. How could she possibly do that to you?
I don't think she's been knowing what she's doing lately. I really don't think she's been well.
Never ceases to amaze me what jealousy can do to people.
She's the one who's really been hurt.
Don't be so forgiving. It's the only chance you're still alive. She left you lying there in the road.
I'm really tired, Daddy. I'm gonna let you get that.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Why don't you ever try to make me feel at home,
I don't have
Cece?
time for this, Gina.
We used to have such nice talks. Upstairs before we went to bed.
I'm in no mood for war stories, Gina. And the great thing about this house has a dozen doors. Pick one and get out.
You know, Cece, I do have feelings.
Oh, I know. I know all of them. Greed, greed, and more greed.
And passion. We had that once.
I had the measles once, too. I want you had it.
Wait a minute. I still have a stake in what goes on in this house.
Oh, really? Well, did I miss something?
In case you've forgotten, Brandon is still my son, and I have something very important to discuss with you, so why don't you shut your rich trap and listen? Cece!
You have got about 30 seconds to say your piece before I lose my temper.
Gina's the only mystery left.
Yeah, well, that's a rather polite way of describing that.
You know, I have this very vague memory of her that she was in the hotel room when I pushed Dylan out the window, but why would she have been there?
I could give you 100 reasons, all of them very bad. You know, your father, he's a great guy, but how he ever got mixed up with that catastrophe, I will never, ever know. What?
Where'd I go?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. The big guy must have slipped out while we were checking out around there outside. How can you lose a guy that big? It's like losing Mount Everest.
What are we gonna do?
What are we gonna do? My mind's eye, it spots a blue van parked outside across the alleyway. We hotwire it.
What?
Simple.
Steal a van in Mexico? I think they execute you for that here.
You better believe it, but we are desperate. Besides, I'm only borrowing, eh?
Pearl.
Are you scared? Do you want to call it quits?
Well, we're in the middle of a foreign country. We have no money. We have no friends. We don't know where we're going. Of course I'm scared.
Let me ask you the question once more. Do you want to call it quits?
No. How far is it to the research lab?
That's a good girl. About 20 miles. The crow flies. We run into Ms. McIntosh, okay?
Yeah, I wonder what she's like.
Well, if she's crazy enough to marry Rollins, she's got to have a couple of circuits out, right?
Well, everybody makes mistakes.
This is true. You know something? At least she had the wisdom to divorce the guy. At any rate, she is the only one, besides Rollins, that can tell me about my brother Brian. Are you with me on this, Bonnie? Huh?
I'm with you, Clive. You know, my daddy did always say is that if you're going to do something, don't do it halfway.
Well, you got a smart daddy, baby. Mexican cops, come on, we got a boogie out the window. Now.
Spit it out, Gina. Now.
You just can't stand it, can you?
Can't stand what?
That I'm right and you and the rest of your family were wrong. I told you Santana was no kind of mother for him, but you wouldn't listen to me.
She was fine then.
You didn't look very closely, or you only saw what you wanted to see. You were too busy trying to punish me that you couldn't even think about Brandon. And you took him away from the only mother he'd ever known and threw him into a family that couldn't survive. It was like pushing him into a war zone.
Isn't it wonderful that we don't all have the kind of hindsight that you have, Gina?
Some of us have foresight, Cece. You should have asked Eden. She was determined that marriage would fail.
Eden had nothing to do with their troubles.
Right. And gravity doesn't make things fall. Eden was after Cruz before the ink on that marriage license was dry.
Not everybody operates like you, Gina. No matter what she felt for Cruz, she wouldn't interfere in their marriage, so shut up about that.
Well, it's a shame that Santana doesn't share your opinion. Because Eden's interference almost got her murdered.
You got a first-class knack for assuming the worst. She's not even proven guilty yet of anything.
I can't believe you're going to stand here and defend her.
You got a point to make? Make it and get the hell out.
My point is, I want Brandon.
Oh, my God.
Santana is in a hospital. She can't take care of him, and Cruz can't take care of him when he's working
Then
full-time.
he'll stay here. And Rosa will take excellent care of him.
You want him to end up like Santana? Who do you think raised her? He's mine, and I want him back.
You've made your request. It's been denied. Get out of here.
I love it when you get physical. You used to love it when I got physical, too. Do you remember when we were first married? I do. I even think about it sometimes. I was so happy living here in this house with you. You made me feel so wonderful. Like no one could make me feel unwelcome or small. Brandon was so tiny then.
He was all we had. That was worth the damn.
He was happy because he had two parents that loved each other. I really felt like somebody when I was married to you, Cece.
You've made your point, Gina. Now get up.
Cece, can you ever imagine any circumstances under which you might be nice to me? Or invite me back here into your home?
No, I can't.
Well, I can. See you soon.
didn't have to bring the flowers.
So, how do you feel?
I'm fine.
Well, that was a stupid question, wasn't it?
No.
Santana, look, I just want to convince you that you are not alone.
There is nothing left. I've lost everything. I watched it all happen.
That is not true, and you've got to get straight about this right now. Among all the things that you do have, there is Brandon.
I don't know. I really don't know. When they send me to prison, he's going to forget all about me.
He's never going to forget about you. And you're going to get him back. Cruz hasn't forgotten about you either. I just saw him, and he is very upset.
Oh, so is that why you're here? Cruz asked you to come.
No. But he was glad to hear that I intended to.
Yes, Cruz wants everyone to believe that he's so concerned. I bet you anything that he's probably in bed with Eden right now,
Santana, come on,
celebrating the
that's
future.
crazy.
Yes, it is crazy, but it's probably the truth. You know, he never stopped loving her. A little thing like marrying me hardly put a damper on anything.
Santana, I know that none of that is true. He's very worried about
So he
you.
asked you to come by and calm down the crazy lady.
He did not send me.
You know, they'd all be better off without me.
All right, I'll just stop it. Right there. You remember when Kelly had to go away and I was all alone?
Yes.
And you were one of the first of my friends to come and visit me. You made me feel better. That's what I want to do for you right now. You are too special of a lady to allow yourself to feel this bad. Things are going to get better, I promise that, and you've got to hang in there and wait.
Will you do something for me?
Of course, you name it.
Will you visit Brandon just once in a while?
Of course, I'd be glad to. I want to.
Will you say hello to him for me? Nick, I just don't want him to forget me.
You won't. You can't. Santana, he loves you. There are so many people who care for you. So you can't let us down. And whenever you feel like giving up, I want you to think about Brandon and the rest of us. And you think about how happy you're going to be when you go home to him. Now, if that's not worth fighting for, I don't know what is.
Hi, Mom. Hi, sweetheart. Gosh, it's good to see you.
Where's Rosa or Daddy?
Your dad had to take an important phone call in the library. And I'm kind of glad because it'll give us a chance to talk. Something happened today. Do you know why you're here?
Rosa said it was so I could see everybody.
Well, that's part of it. Look, I want you to be brave. Do you think you can do that for me?
I'll try.
Santana's not going to be around for a while.
Why not?
Because she did something bad. Something very bad. Look, her picture's right here in the paper. This article tells all about it.
What does that word mean?
Which one?
That one.
Slaughter. Manslaughter. That means you try to hurt somebody.
Santana would never hurt anybody.
No, the police think she did.
Does Cruz think so?
Yes. Yes, he does.
Is he mad at her?
I think he is. Brennan, I just want you to know that nobody's angry with you. They all love you. I just thought you should know why Santana wasn't going to be around.
But she'll still come back, won't she?
I don't know. You like Rosa taking care of you, though, don't you? And pretty soon I'll be here to take care of you, too. Remember when we all lived here together, how much fun we used to have every day? That's going to happen again. Why don't you let me tuck you in bed, okay? We're real quiet. We'll sneak upstairs.
Can I have that picture?
The paper, you mean? Sure. You take it to your room. But don't tell anybody where you got it.
Okay.
Come on, let's go.
Gina, what do you think you're doing with that boy? How could you give that paper to him?
I didn't bring the paper over here. It was laying there on the table.
What did you say to him? What did you tell him about Santana?
It's none of your business what I say to my son. And he would have found out about it sooner or later.
I know you want to hurt Santana, but But you're hurting Brandon, too. Thank goodness you don't have charge of him.
Well, I will. I raised him, and Santana can't take care of him now. I will have him back.
I'll never let you near that child. Now get out of here.
Well, isn't that a switch? The servants tossing the guest out. Someone should teach you your place.
Someday I hope you suffer the way you've made my daughter suffer. The evil you do will come back to you, Gina.
Next thing, you'll be putting some old Mexican curse on me.
Rosa? What's going on?
I have nothing to say to either of you.
Fine. Will you tell Mr. C I want to talk to him, please?
He's in the study. You know the way.
Well, your star seems to have dimmed around here, Cruz.
Oh, I'm glad I ran into you, Gina. I got a couple questions for you.
Wish I could oblige, but unless it's official business. Keith is expecting me.
Oh, really? Well, you two seem to be seeing a lot of each other lately.
You could say that. Gotta go. But let's do this again sometime real soon. Say in about 1,000,000 years.
You're really afraid, aren't you?
I told you I don't want you in this house.
Cece, I'm leaving. You don't have to check the silver or anything. I only stuck around to say goodnight to Brandon. See you soon.
Don't bet your life on it. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
What can I do for you?
I hear about Brandon.
I heard about Santana's hearing. I don't know what to believe.
Well, I don't believe that she tried to run Eden down deliberately. But the judge seems to be thinking otherwise. I don't like the way it's headed.
Was Santana right about you and Eden?
Look, I just stopped by to pick up Brandon.
Brandon is staying here.
His place is with Santana.
Santana's in the hospital.
Then I'll take care of him myself.
Look! He likes it here. He's expecting to stay here. Rose will stay with him. You want to take him out of bed? Take him halfway across town in the middle of the night?
Do you mind if I talk to him?
No, I don't mind. Come with me. I'll get him. Cruz.
Yeah.
Brandon is in the middle of this. I don't want him hurt. I don't want Eden hurt either.
She's a grown woman, Mr. C. She doesn't need you to look out for her.
And you're a married man. You've got responsibilities to Santana and to Brandon.
First of all, I don't need anybody to tell me what my responsibilities are. And second of all, the way I feel about Eden is nobody's business.
Maybe Santana wouldn't hate Eden if you hadn't provoked the situation.
What are you saying?
All I'm saying is that maybe this so-called accident would never have happened if you'd stayed away from Eden. And Santana wouldn't have been so desperate.
Mr. C, nobody knows yet what really happened. So don't try to make me feel guilty.
I'm not trying to make you feel guilty, Cruz. Only you can do that.
I can't believe we made it. Girl, how'd you learn how to hotwire that phone?
Yeah, this is it, all right. You see that sign right up there? Now all we have to do is figure out a way to slip by those guards.
What are they guarding?
Yeah, that's for them to know and for us to find out, sweetheart. Now that we mastermind the art of breaking out of joints, we gotta work on breaking in. I got an idea.
Wonder if McIntosh is in there.
Most definitely. Follow me over here.
What's wrong?
I don't know. I guess it finally hit me. This is it, isn't it? After all this struggling looking for the truth, I'm gonna finally find out about my brother, except I don't know if I'm gonna like what I hear. Hey, what the heck? The whole world hates a coward, right? Follow me.
You tired, buddy?
I'm okay.
Well, that's good. Because we got to talk about something pretty important.
No. Santana's not coming home.
Did Mr. C already talk to you about it?
No, my mom did. And she showed me the papers. Why did they say those things about Santana? It can't be true.
Well, buddy, that's hard to explain.
Did Santana really hurt somebody?
Yes, she did, but it was an accident. She was driving her car along the road. It was foggy, and Eden happened to be walking out there, and she hit her. But she didn't mean to.
If it was an accident, why can't she come home?
Well, she needs some rest, for one thing, real bad. And she has to explain about the accident, even though she didn't mean to do it.
I'm trying to be good. Stayed at camp that time. Is Santana mad at me? Is that why she won't come home?
No, buddy. She's not mad at anyone.
Well, she's mad at you. Sometimes I hear her yell at you, and it wakes me up.
Oh, Brandon, I'm sorry. Listen, man. It's just grown-ups, you know? When we disagree, sometimes we argue, but it's nothing to do with you. It's not your fault. Do you understand? Hey, man, listen. Listen to me. You know, one of the best things about marrying Santana was that I got you, too.
How come I have to stay here?
Well, Mr. C just wants you to spend the night with him, but nothing has changed, man. I'm still gonna take care of you.
What about Santana?
Well, she will, too. When she comes home, she'll be taking care of you, too.
When'll that be?
In a little while. But, man, you got so many people who want to take care of you. You're gonna be okay, I promise. We just gotta give Santana a little time to get better, that's all. The important thing for you to remember is that I'm not leaving. I'm always gonna be here for you. If you need me. You got that? Come here, man. I'm always gonna be here for you.
Your bedtime?
I don't care.
How about if I read you a story?
No thanks.
Brandon, I'm sorry about Santana. I'm glad you're here, though. We haven't been able to spend much time together lately.
I saw the papers. It said Santana tried to hurt you. And now she's not coming home.
No, not right away.
You don't like her, do you?
No, I do like her.
Don't you want her to come home?
No, I do. I wish she were here right now, but it's not up to me. And it's not up to Cruz or even Daddy.
And who's it up to?
Look, don't worry. She'll be back soon. Cruz is doing everything he can. No one wants to keep her from you. Santana loves you very much. We all do.
Then how come everybody leaves me? Mom, Dad, Santana, Cruz. Nobody wants me.
Open the damn door, man! What the hell do you want, Castillo? I want to talk to your girlfriend. Thanks for bringing the paper, but I already have a paper boy.
Where is she?
How do you know she's here?
What is it? What's this all about?
You showed this to Brandon?
Why does everybody always think the worst of me? I didn't bring that over to the house. It was lying there on the table. I mean, he would have seen it sooner or later. He was reading it himself. You can ask him.
You discussed this with him?
Well, somebody had to explain to him what was going on. You certainly didn't talk to him about it.
Don't you tell me what I'm doing. This is full of speculation and outright lies, and he should never have seen it.
I don't know, I thought it was pretty accurate.
Keep your hands off of this, man.
Hey, you know what? You come in here, you harass my guest, and you order me around. I had to call the cops, have you arrested. Then you can appear in the paper
No, there is a
with your
lie.
wife.
There's a lie here somewhere. I don't know where it is, but I smell it. I'm gonna dig till I find it. And then I'm gonna bury you both with it.
All right, when you dig deep. And then jump in.
It's me.
Hi.
I've been doing a lot of thinking about what you said. And I know that you choose to be with Santana. And that's right, because she needs you very much.
Eden, why are you calling?
I guess I just realized I can't change anything. And I can't change you, but I can change myself. So I think I'm going to go out of town for a while.
For how long?
I don't know.
Where are you going?
I don't really know. I think I'm just going to get in my car and drive. I think it's rather pointless to make plans right now.
Look, Darling, you don't have to go away.
That's ridiculous. No, I do. You see, you've made your decision, and your place is with Santana, and that's right. And I do understand it, I do. But it doesn't make it any easier, and I have to make some decisions, because you're in my life as long as I stay here. And I have to change that. I guess I just wanted to say goodbye.
Outside this place is like Fort Knox. Now it's an open door policy?
No, Pearl, looks like a regular office
Well,
to
there
me.
sure are plenty of files around this joint.
You think it's Macintosh's?
Who knows? You ready, partner? You want to take a look through some drawers?
Throw the door!
Why? The door locked.
Try it again.
No, they blocked us in.
Gilly, this isn't an office. It's a vault.
Brandon asleep?
Mm-hmm.
I'll check in on him all night. Poor kid. It's been some day for him.
Tomorrow I'll go to the beach house, pack his things, and bring them to my house.
No, Rosa, you will bring all the things here.
Santana wants him to live with me, Cece.
Yes, well, I don't think Santana's thinking very clearly right now.
Where Brandon's concerned, Santana knows what she wants.
Rosa, I'm sorry. From now on, I'm going to raise the boy.
Okay. You can't do that. You promised her. You gave her full custody.
You tell me what you think is more important. A promise to the boy's future. Look at the way he's been living. Partly with me, partly with you, partly with babysitters at camps. The boy needs a home.
Santana will give him a good home. As soon as
Santana
he's well.
is facing criminal charges, Rosa.
And that's what this is all about, isn't it? You believe the charges. The worst of them, you think that she tried to run Eden down and you want revenge. Well, I won't let you do
I
it.
couldn't give a damn what she did or didn't do. My only concern is Brandon. It's time I took over responsibility for him. Now his mother can't do it, maybe never be able to. Now he's going to live with me, Sophia, and I will give him a good home.
It takes more than money and fancy schools to raise a child.
Don't do that, Rosa. Don't. Please, don't say something you might regret.
Cece Santana needs him. She needs to have hope.
The boy needs a home. He needs one home and at least one person he can depend on. And that's what he's going to have here, with me.
We'll fight you, Cece.
Fine, Rosa. That'll be just wonderful for the boy. But you know I'm going to win, don't you?
How can you be so hard? You know a child needs his mother, Cece.
The boy needs a home. He won't be able to have his mother, at least for a while.
If you take Brandon away from Santana, I can't stay in this house any longer.
What are you talking about?
I've worked for you for 25 years. If you take Brandon away from my daughter now, Cece, I quit.
Rosa, don't be ridiculous. The boy needs you. You're his grandmother. You can't leave.
No? Why? Are you going to take me to court too, Cece? Is that it? You sit here and run people's lives? You take away the only thing that means anything to my daughter and you expect me to stay here? You don't know me. You don't know me at all. Goodbye.
Rosa.
License and registration. My taillights are working. I wasn't speeding. This is ridiculous. Could you turn that thing off, please?
I'm trying to help you see into your purse. You want to get out of the car? I mean, what did you think? I was going to let you leave? We need to go somewhere and talk.
No.
No?
No.
Obviously, you didn't understand what I was trying to tell you.
I do. That's the problem. We could never be happy if you felt responsible for Santana, and you do. And you should.
Eden, it's ridiculous for you to leave this town. It's your home.
Don't you understand that she was right? been in the middle of you two. Whether I liked it or not, I was. And there was something else.
What?
I saw Brandon. And I know that he thinks that I was the one who hurt Santana.
How could he think that?
He does. And in a way, he's right. I have. And I just need to get away. Because I don't trust myself. I'm tempted to go wherever you are.
Vincent. All right. You tell me where you're going to be.
No. I love you. But it's no good. You were my once in a lifetime. But it's over. And I won't be sad.